Hey, welcome back, guys. So today on this video, we are talking about your Propwire account, and more specifically, I'm going to quickly answer a question I keep getting a lot on my other video, and that is, how do you find a pre-foreclosure list in Propwire? So let's go ahead and talk about this. First off, guys, real quick video, not too many steps involved, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video. But why would we be looking up a pre-foreclosure list in Propwire anyways? Well, that's pretty easy. If you're running an online business wholesaling real estate, you know that pre-foreclosures can be a motivated group. If you're looking to purchase a property, whatever the case is, it's a pretty easy process. It's handled here in your Propwire. Check my video description. I'll try to leave the written instructions there as well. But I've already logged into my Propwire, and this is the home screen. Now, one thing I want to let you know before you go any further is there's a lot of different ways you can look up pre-foreclosure lists in Propwire. It's kind of like a haircut. People have different ways of doing it. So I'm going to show you the way that I normally look for a list of pre-foreclosures. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and choose your area. So depending on which area you're working in, you may need to zoom out into a larger area. So for me, I usually work in California. It's pretty dense. There's usually a lot of foreclosures no matter which zip code. However, if you are in a rural area in, let's say, Missouri, then you may not be able to put a zip code because there might not be any foreclosures or just a few of them. So you might want to go ahead and zoom out to the city level or maybe even the county level. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and just enter in a zip code. Okay, I got a zip code. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Okay, I just typed in a generic zip code. So you can see there are 8,100 properties that come up under that zip code. And next, what you want to do is we're going to need to filter this down. So there's no reason for us to call 8,000 people if we're going after foreclosures. So what I would normally do next is I'm going to click right here on lead types. The nice thing about Propwire is they've already filtered out by pre-foreclosures. So you just scroll down until you see this line right here, pre-foreclosures. Okay, so as you can see in this particular zip code, there's only 2 pre-foreclosures that are potential. So that's just not enough of a list. If I'm going to send that over to my VA to call, they're going to be done in 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So this is an example. You want to go ahead and zoom out. So let's go ahead and turn off the zip code and just type in the whole area of Portland, Oregon. Okay, so that's a little better. So there's 146 in the whole city of Portland. So we're going to go ahead and try to filter this down a little bit more. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on property types. Me personally, I like to work with single family homes. Condos, not so much, just because with the HOA gets involved. So I'm going to click on single family, and you're going to see it's filtered down from 146 down to 113. So that's pretty good if we're building up a mailing list. Okay, next, what you want to do is click right here on price. So if you're looking to buy a pre-foreclosure property, sometimes they can be quite expensive. So maybe your target price is between, let's say, $200,000 and $600,000. So you're going to filter that out. Okay, so now we have dropped that down to 87 results. So we're getting there. And next, what I'll normally do is I'll click right here on more. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and filter this out. So I click on owner filters. So if I'm looking to buy a pre-foreclosure, I found the best deals are going to be from individuals. So I generally don't want to buy from businesses or LLCs. So I'll click here on individual. Also, properties owned by owner. Usually I'm going to put a max of 3 properties. If they own 20 different properties, maybe they're not my ideal seller that I would normally be working with, but that's really up to you. But normally I'm going to cap it at 3. So that way I don't have some huge investor that I'm going to be contacting just because they are a little bit more seasoned. So let me click on save and close. Okay, so now you can see it dropped down to 79. All right, another thing I want to check on is click on more, and we're going to click on financial filters. Okay, so this one's pretty important. So what I'm going to do normally is I'm going to increase the equity up to 50%. So unless I'm going to be buying this property sub 2, I usually want some sort of equity in the property, because if there's no equity, it just makes the deal a lot more difficult to go through. So let me click on save and close. Okay, we dropped that down to 42. So for me personally, if I'm going to be sending out mailers, these are ideal for me. You can see 80% equity, 74% equity. So with that amount of equity, sometimes we can find a solution for the homeowner and for myself. So once you have your pre-foreclosure list, what I would normally do is just click on here, and then I would just download the list by clicking on the turquoise button. Okay, so you can skip trace directly from Propwire if you want to do that, if you're going to be calling. However, if you're going to be mailing out, then this is all that you're going to need. So you would just click here on download. Once you click on download, you can choose to skip trace and download, or just download only. So for me, I would download only. Okay, next click on yes, download only. Okay, here, if there's additional information, you can choose what information you want to download. Actually, this is an important one. I forgot to mention this in the video. So let me close this out, because me personally, I don't like to market anything that is on market. So I only like to buy off market. So I'm going to click on more. Once you click in there, click on MLS filters. And then what I would normally do is click here MLS status and click on active, and then save and close. If there's none that are active, let me go ahead and check to make sure there's none that are pending also. So I'll click on pending and save and close. Okay, good. So that list does not have anything that's actively on market. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'll go back in here and delete this MLS portion, save and close. And then we'll go ahead and click here and download only. Yes, download only. And then this is going to be downloaded into a spreadsheet. So usually I'll just go ahead and include all that information, because more information is better than less information, and download properties. Next, you can go to my activity. Okay, now it's processing. And once it's ready to download, you're just going to go ahead and click on download, and that way you have your spreadsheet. So you can send it on over to your skip tracer, or you can send it on over to your VA to start dialing. So there you have it, guys. If you're wondering how to find a pre-foreclosure list in Propwire, that's the easiest way I know how to find it. If you know an easier way, be sure to leave a comment below. Let the rest of us know how you did it. Hopefully you found that video useful. If so, click thumbs up, or maybe consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching.